Hi guys, this is Sir RJ and today we are going to start opening your world in computer-aided design. So we are going to use an application called SketchUp. At my back, you are actually seeing the environment of SketchUp. So what we have here is your menu bar. It contains options such as new, save, cut, copy, or paste. Here we have your toolbar. So these tools, they are needed to create your 3D object or to model any 3D object. Here we have the status bar. So it tells you something or an information about the object you have selected. And then on this side, the measurement bar, it tells you an important information. It tells you the measurement of the object that you are using at the moment. And then we have the panels window. This contains different windows that can enhance your object. Now the tools of SketchUp are fairly easy to use. It employs a click, move, click system wherein your first click signifies an action, and then you move it. Afterwards, the second click becomes the end of an action. SketchUp also uses keyboard shortcuts to make your work easier and you'll become a better modeler. When you open SketchUp, you will probably see this screen. It is a welcome splash screen, and the important thing here is there is a template of measurements and backgrounds. For now, let us use a simple template, meters. So as you can see here on my design area or drawing area, there is a lady. Let's just delete her first. So click this eraser button, or you may press E, and let's delete her. Now what I'm going to teach you first is about movement. So you have your mouse, right? And most probably your mouse has a wheel button. You can press that wheel button and drag, and you will be able to move around the drawing area. And if you will notice, there is there are three lines. We have the blue axis, we have the green axis, and we have the red axis. If you move your mouse up and down, it will zoom in and zoom out. So let's try one tool. Let's try lines, or you may press the letter L. So we have your line tool there. So let's try clicking and then dragging. You will notice that the line becomes red at some point. What does that mean? Let's click for the second time and it will create a line. So it means when it is color red, it is actually parallel to the red axis. If it is green, it is parallel to the green axis. Now what if it is blue? It just means that it is parallel to the green axis. Now let's try creating a basic shape. Let me just delete that. Let's try to create a square. So you may also notice on your measurement bar that there is a measurement how long a line is forming. So now let us create a square. So just point, click, drag, click, drag. Just make sure that if you are following the blue axis or the green axis, red axis, you have to follow it religiously. Now once you have created a square, the area inside will become gray. What does that mean? Let's use this tool, the select tool. I have selected the space inside. It means that this space has already become a plane. Let me go beneath the object. So it has now become a plane. We can also use the line tool. For example, inside the plane, we will create a new line to separate or to bisect the plane, and it will create two different planes. Let us try to delete the other plane. Nope. Let's press delete. See? Okay, next, let us try to use some tools or some other tools. We have a freehand tool where you can write there we go. We just wrote in freehand. We have a rectangle tool. Let's press R. If you want to move freely, you may use the pan tool letter H or the pan tool. Okay, so let's use the arc tool. Let's say, for example, I want to have a smooth edge on my corner here. Let's create first a rectangle. So if you noticed, if in creating a rectangle, if it has a diagonal dashed line, it means that it is a square. So I'll use that as a reference, and then I'll use my arc tool. Click a point here, and then on the edge. So that sets the radius for my arc, and I'll just complete this arc. So now I already have a drawing of an arc. Now I'll use the select tool and select this area, and I'll press delete. Now I already have a smooth edge. I'll just select other tools, or sorry, other lines, and press delete. There we go. Now let's try using this tool, push-pull. The use of this tool is we have a plane. If we use a push-pull tool, it will create a 3D object out of a plane. Now let's try offset. I think that is letter F. Offset tool. Let's try to click and drag something. If you will notice, there is a box. Okay, let's try to release and click this for the second time. If you have noticed, it created another plane. So let's try using that with a push-pull tool. So there we go. How about the move tool? We can use this move tool. Let's try and click one. So it actually also moves the object, but not only an object, we can also select lines. So if we use a move tool with a line, it moves the orientation of a line. Let's try a corner. If we move a corner, it will also reorient that corner. And how about the rotate? Your rotate rotates planes. Can you see? But if your object is, let me teach you this one first. Select everything, right click, and then let us make a group. So if it is group, if you rotate, it will rotate the whole object. Okay. If you want to ungroup a grouped object, let's left click and then hit explode. How about this one, the scale tool? So a scale tool, as the name suggests, it scales an object. So this one, a plane is selected. So if you click this one, it rescales the plane. And if you will notice on the lower right, the measurement bar became a scale bar. So 1 is 100%, and then as you move further away or towards inside the object, the scale also changes. So a tape measure, like the measurement bar, it measures certain distances. And you can also select these measurements. If you want to delete them, just press delete. And then we have a label tool. If you want to put, sorry, that's text. It's not label, it's text. If you want to write something, you can use it with a text tool. So I'm already finished with movements. By the way, you have a components window here. We will cover this in a different topic, so you can just close it. But if in any case you need the tools panel again, you may press window and then show tray. Okay, so I hope you learned something from me today. Thank you so much. Goodbye.